one of the big frustrations here in the West, we see it in think tanks, politicians we talk to, is that you sense that what they hate most about what China is doing is that it's spoiling the Africans, giving Africans the illusion that they also can become industrial nations.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then Henry Kissinger's National Security Study Memorandum 200 becomes obsolete, because that where you have the problem starting, say, if you have population growth in Africa or in Asia, and then you have to have economic growth and technological development to sustain those people, then these nations will use the natural resources they have in there, which we need. One other problem they resolved is that they now realize that continuing to work with the IMF, World Bank, the EU, all these old methods and ways of doing things have been proven to be destructive. There was suspicion against China in the past decade, but now the African nations are realizing that no, this is the way to go forward. I usually use this example. Last year in September, in the beginning of September, you had the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, the FOCAC, meeting in Beijing. All African leaders, except for one or two, were in Beijing. 2 weeks later, for the UN General Assembly meeting, less than half of the African leaders went there.
Yeah.
And like the president of Uganda said, we go to the West and they keep lecturing us about human rights and democracy, and they do nothing for us.
Yeah.
So the African nations realize that working with China and the BRICS countries, that this is the way forward. The idea of industrialization is correct. Africa can industrialize. They just need the tools. And this is what the Chinese president said in 2013 at the same summit in South Africa, Johannesburg. He said, it's perfectly possible for Africa to industrialize exactly as we did. You have the natural and human resources, but you need certain tools.
Yeah.
And these tools are the infrastructure, the skilled labor, technology, and the capital. We can provide that, no problem. And that helps also China to create wealthier partners.